very recommendable. Look, The Conquest of New Spain by one of the dudes that actually was in that conquest. So first-hand account, and it's, I mean, at times it's painfully violent. I mean, the things that they, like, you know, almost starving and what's the like the opposite of drowning? Like, what's the oh my god? What's the opposite of drowning? That's not the opposite. It says the opposite of drowning is uninvolve. What? Detach, disconnect. What? No. I mean, if you're starving but with water, but without water. I mean, oh my god, what's the word? Opposite of drowning. Why is that so? What is the opposite of drowning? That's incredible. I cannot find it. I mean, yeah, it's not. But you know what I mean. I'm gonna. The opposite of, you know, if you don't have enough water and you die if you wouldn't find more. It makes me crazy. Like, what's the word? Maybe I'll find it. No. Anyway, you know what I mean. That's annoying. Why can't I think of the word? It's such an easy one too, you know. Anyway, we'll get. I'm sure we're gonna find it in the course of this talk, which is about actually something like this, but also other things. Art. It's about art. I want to talk about art and why it's gotten so bad. Like, have you seen She-Hulk? Or no, let's talk about subjects that are so divisive anymore. Let's talk about subjects that unite. Like, have you seen the new Lord of the Rings show? Have you seen the Lord of the Rings of Power? How can a show with such a great title fail? The Rings. Like, when they announced that title, I knew there was something wrong. And when they hyped up the budget, I knew there was something wrong. And many people in my friend circle didn't. They thought, oh my god, it's amazing. The Rings of Power, it's about the Rings of Power, it's so amazing. And it cost like $1 billion. It has to be great, right? Well, look at them now. And I think I listened a bit to the Witcher thing, you know. I watched The Witcher and I listened to the recent Fallout. And I heard that some of the writers actually don't like the books. They don't like the material, but they write the show. Like, what's going on? And, you know, then I thought, well, of course, they just want to make money, but still, like, is it so hard to find anyone else that really likes to write that? Something's up with that, with the gatekeeping of that thing. I don't know, or maybe it's also that the really talented people. It's probably a mix of both, that they somehow don't get into, you know, through the gatekeepers and on the conversation, on the, you know, the table where the conversation is, what do you call it, like the meeting, you know, into the meeting table conversations, you know. Man, the words today. But anyway, I thought like that's sort of interesting, because on one hand you have like these really incredibly bad shows like Lord of the Rings. Like, this show is insanely bad. It has dialogue that's so incredibly bad, and I feel like I have to say something about it, because I write myself, you know, and I wrote some really, I think my roommate is coming. Wait. Because he's very loud and I wouldn't want you to. I'm planning on I'm writing myself, and I'm not saying it's perfect, but I got feedback, and it was really positive, and it said stuff like it was very memorable, and blah blah blah. But it was written like a small mistake. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I thought, well, if the ending was really memorable, and the characters and everything was like, what's the, like, throw me a bone here. Why isn't it? Obviously the stuff doesn't have to be perfect to get made. Otherwise, the show wouldn't have get made. On the one hand you have like art that's so bad, and on the other there's like stuff floating around the web with like, here are the 10 ways to write this, the 3 rules to get success, and my 11 method. Oh my god, really, shut up, just, I'm thinking of the Breaking Bad meme, the Skylar one, shut up. That's what I want to say. Like, what is this? Like, how it, especially in art, it's like, I read books about writing and, art, the process of art, and, some of it is really interesting, but I have to say, maybe a sneeze is coming again. I think this time it's real. No. Anyway, you pick stuff up. That I found the best way to read them is to pick the stuff up that resonates, and what doesn't resonate, throw it out. Just get rid of it, because I think there's an insane assumption in all of these, like the 10 rules, the blah blah blah. It's sort of, it's like, here are my rules to achieve your dream. That doesn't make sense to me. I think, as with art, sorry, with art, it's a very personal process, and you have to be very insightful. You have to look into yourself, sort of, and find whatever you want to write, not what someone else wants you to write or see, or what you think they want to, it has to be something, when you write something or do anything, music, or if you, I wanted to say act, but that's probably a bit more difficult, because you would have someone on, like, a movie set or in the theater, you would have someone telling you, don't do it like that, that was bad, do it differently. But I also do believe that actors feel that too, that in the end you know when something's not working, it. It can help if someone else points it out, and if you're unsure, especially at the beginning, and someone says, hey, that's really bad, that can be great. I was so grateful when friends pointed stuff out and said, like, that doesn't really work, and I thought, yes, thank you, because I thought that as well, that doesn't really work. I just wanted to know, So, yeah, and in that process, in this insightful looking into yourself, you will find the fun, like the process, your process, and I think it's very important that is also fun, Yes, it can be frustrating, yes, sometimes you get stuck, but even that is sort of fun, like, oh my god, how do I get out of this? What did I do? My main character didn't at all do what I wanted, and now he said this to this other guy, and now he got thrown into jail, and now he's locked up, like, how he's gonna get out of, what is going on with my book? I thought it's gonna be going in a totally different direction. That's exciting. That's really fun, actually. Because now you're in jail. What do? Oh, hey, there's someone in the jail next door, and he's, knocking against the and says, hey. And he looks a bit crazy, but like me. And he says, hey, I noticed something. You want to hear something? I've been here crazy. And there's a cat that comes down here every time, you know. And my main character goes like, oh my god, now I'm locked in with a crazy person. And then he says, that cat has a key around his neck. The cat has that's the second key for the owner, because he constantly, you're okay, well, I don't know where this is going, but it's exciting, isn't it? Okay, now what can we lure the cat inside and maybe get the key, and then what? I haven't thought this through. Maybe it needs another reread. But that was fun. That was a fun process right now, where I thought, like, oh my god, yeah, right, yeah, what else? And maybe then you go back and say, okay, no, that stuff with the key was dumb. Let's just say it's a cat, and what can we do if we lure the cat inside and make it do something? Like maybe it's one of those what's the word that help like disabled people? Like maybe it's like a cat for blind people. I don't know. I don't know if that exists, but and maybe it gets convoluted, and maybe you go back and say, no, I'm gonna throw this stuff out, and then you start with another idea. But I like that idea with the cat. There's something to it, and you can feel it. I'm sure you felt it too. Like, oh yeah, this dude and that cat, yeah, something, and you're on something again, and it's fun, and it should be, however you want to do it. And maybe all of these people that write like the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, maybe they forgot that. I don't know. Maybe they just, they're like in these, oh, I know the 10 rules, I know the 10 rules and the 3 rules for character development, and the 5 rules for genre writing, and the 10 rules for, 11 and a half rules for suspense. And I can do this. I just follow those rules, and it's not fun at all, but I'm gonna churn through, and I'm gonna get paid. That's bad motivation for art, I think, in general. It's part, to be honest, it's part of the motivation, of course, and that's no shame, but it shouldn't overtake this feeling of, oh my god, that's amazing, I want to share it, I just want to share it, I'm happy if it's like this book, if it's on the shelf, like, oh my god, amazing, no one buys it, no one bought it, I'm still poor, but look, it's on the shelf, it's amazing, I made it, that's what I'm aiming for now, basically. Like, just have fun making stuff and share it, and what will grow, because I probably failed for a reason, I probably did chase this, I wanted to appeal, and not to myself, but to, some sort of circus that was coming through town, which I liked. But I come to realize that actually behind the scenes, the circus isn't as fun. It's super weird. I mean, how can you write for a Witcher series and not like that? That's so weird. If this circus produces like these, like, how is that? I'm speechless. I'm still thinking of this word. What's the opposite of drowning? What is it? I am out of water, so I am. Whatever. See you in the